My parents told my 16-year-old daughter she was adopted at dinner without warning. She kept saying our family, so we corrected her, they said. Her psychologist had warned me not to bring it up yet because of her mental health. I didn't explain. I did this. 9 hours later, they were locked out for good. I had just poured the sparkling water when it happened. Sunday dinner at my parents' house. A tradition, like church pews and bad Wi-Fi. Chicken roasting in the oven. The table set with the good plates they only used when they wanted to remind you who fed you. My daughter Myra was laughing, real laughter. A sound that had been rare lately, like birdsong in winter. Her anxiety had gotten worse the past few months. Panic attacks, sleepless nights, a breakdown at school that left her unable to get out of bed for 3 days. We'd been seeing a therapist, a kind woman with gentle hands and firm advice. And her number one rule: do not tell her about the adoption right now. She's too vulnerable. We listened. We waited. Not because we wanted to lie, but because we wanted to give her space to stand when the ground beneath her shifted. So we held the truth carefully, until she was ready. Or so we thought. Myra was telling a story about her art teacher, how he accidentally called someone's portrait aggressively beige and spent the rest of the class apologizing. She mimicked his hand flailing, everyone chuckled, and she ended with, "And I thought, wow, our family is way more fun than that." And that's when my mother, smiling fork midair, said, "Oh, sweetie, you don't have to say our family." The room went still. My mother didn't miss a beat. "We mean, of course you're part of us, but technically, well, you were adopted. That's not a bad thing, but you kept saying our family, so we figured it was time to correct that." Myra blinked. I froze. She turned to me, her voice cracked. "Is that true?" I opened my mouth. No sound came out. "Is it true?" she asked again, louder. And I saw it then, the break. Not a dramatic one, a quiet one. The kind that doesn't scream but shatters everything anyway. She pushed her chair back slowly, walked away. No tears, just silence. A vacuum. My dad took a sip of wine. "I don't see what the big deal is," he said. "She was going to find out anyway." "She has a therapist," I snapped, "who explicitly told us not to." "She's 16, my mother said. "She's not made of glass." I stood up. "You need to leave." My mom scoffed. "Are you serious?" "I'm dead serious," I said. "Get out of my house." "We cooked for you," she said. "You betrayed her," I said, "and you don't get to act like you're the victim." They muttered all the way to the door. My dad said something about dramatic parenting and snowflakes. My mom said, "One day she'll thank us." I shut the door before I could say something I'd regret. Then I locked it. And then I changed the locks. 9 hours later, they came back, pounding on the door like it still belonged to them. I didn't answer. I was sitting on Myra's bedroom floor holding her hand. She had finally spoken, whispered really one sentence. "Why didn't you tell me?" I told her the truth. That we always planned to. That her birth mother had loved her but couldn't raise her. That we had waited for her 2 long years of red tape and court hearings. That when she came home, we cried. That she had been wanted every single day of her life. And that her therapist said she needed to be stronger first. Not because it was a shameful truth, but because it was a big one. A truth that would change her identity, her sense of self. One we wanted her to be able to carry. Myra nodded slowly. Her eyes were red, but her breathing was even. "Grandma said I don't belong," she said. "That's all I heard." After that, we stopped returning calls. I didn't post about it. I didn't make a scene. I just erased them. No holidays, no birthdays, no updates. 3 weeks later, my dad emailed me. "Family doesn't block family. You're overreacting." I didn't reply. A month later, my mother sent a handwritten letter. 4 pages, not one apology, Just phrases like "we meant well" and "truth matters more than timing." But timing is truth. If you throw a rope to someone who can't swim, they might still drown. Because you didn't rescue them, you just watched them flail and said, "You'll thank me later." That's what they did to my daughter. They watched her flail. Myra's doing better now. It's been 7 months. She tells people she's adopted. Her voice doesn't shake when she says it. She started drawing again. She did a piece last week, charcoal on gray paper. A girl holding a torn photo of a family portrait, slowly sewing the pieces back together. I asked her what it meant. She said healing isn't clean. She doesn't ask about my parents anymore. She doesn't need to. I get messages from relatives sometimes, saying things like, "They're old, you should forgive them." Or "They were just trying to help." But help isn't a hammer. And love doesn't come with conditions. They didn't protect her. They didn't ask. They didn't listen. So now they don't get to stay. Sometimes when the house is quiet, I still hear the clink of that dinner fork, the cold, clinical tone of "technically," the way Myra didn't cry, she just left. And I think, did I go too far? Or maybe for once, I finally went far enough.